Hi everybody, this is Carrick from Angry Centaur Gaming, and today I'm proud to bring you the fast and speedy review for Shadow Warrior. Hi, Domio Gato, Mr. Roboto, let's roll! Like I tell all my girlfriends, honey, this is gonna be fast as hell, and you'll probably need a cup of coffee before, and an aspirin after. Shadow Warrior is a retelling of the ancient game from the bygone days, with you taking the mind, body, and soul of Lo Wang, a man destined to teach the world that a sword should never be used for block and parry, but for chop-socking enemies 10 ways from Sunday with Burnout Paradise speed and a flow that hasn't been seen since Progressive car insurance commercials. I mean, the game starts with you singing You Got the Touch. The only thing missing would be him singing You're the Best Around from Karate Kid, but you can't win them all. Within the first 30 seconds, you know exactly what to expect, but no one buying Shadow Warrior was most likely going to be surprised at all about what they were getting. That would be as dumb as buying a home appendix removal kit and not realizing that Tylenol wouldn't stop the pain. Let's go for it. Graphics. Flying Wild Hog Games. Say that 3 times fast. Flying Wild Hog Games. Flying Wild... See, I can't even do it. I mean, their name even fits this game. It sounds like some strange translated fighting move in a bad Japanese fighting game. Lucky, honorable horseshoe. Though the levels are on the medium to simplistic side, that's not a reflection of the game's engine ability, but more their design. It allows Lo Wang to flow through areas on the blood of his enemies. Enemies that run the gambit from humans to demons to, well, pretty much more than I could imagine, without delving into a drug bag at an underground rave party. Aside from a Vaseline blur post-processing that you can remove, everything is hyper clean, mostly detailed and atmospheric to the highest order. Stunning and fast, the game just sort of sings along with no frame rate hitches and moving from set piece to set piece. There was always something interesting and beautiful to see. It was really well done. This is all possible once you turn off a setting called mirrors in the options on the PC. That option should just be called Why Baby Jesus, because it tanks your FPS like it's solving for zero. The game also dislikes multi-screens if you have 2 screens, so just watch out for that, because I was having all kinds of problems until I basically isolated the game to 1 screen and turned off the others. Otherwise, you know, pretty damn sweet looking. I mean, it won't win awards, but either will Barfly at 1 a.m., and they can still look pretty damn good when you're drunk. For a bit, at least. Sound, music, and voice. Sound is solidly where it needs to be, with weapons sounding the way they should, monsters carrying around sets of lungs from fucking beluga whales, and explosions packing some serious meat. With so much going on, it's easy to miss the overall sound effects of the game, though. At times, it becomes a bit hard to focus on it, because the entire time you get the feeling that you're on a camera dolly with Steven Spielberg behind you yelling, "Where is Schindler? Fuck it! More enemies!" And you don't have much time to relish in the sound itself. And the music is all pretty much undertones and ramps up during particular segments. It's the perfect mix of subtle undercurrent then throbbing to a heavier beat when the shit gets hot and heavy. Atmospheric, it carries native instruments you would expect from Asian-inspired games, and does well with what it has, but it's never too pronounced. Now the voice acting. What passed for voice acting in games from 2 to 3 decades ago doesn't really fare so well here, and though I love Lo Wang and his sidekick, it's more Serious Sam and Duke Nukem context-sensitive one-liners that you get in this game. It's funny but not brilliant, and by the end of the game I was okay with not listening to them anymore. Though context is everything, and occasionally he'd say something that was really just spot on, the NPCs themselves are nothing to write home about, with generic actor 1 through 3 attempting to be Asian bad guy 1 through 3. Gameplay. Lo Wang doesn't move, he dances, and sprints through levels like Mitch Gaylord attacking the parallel bars in an Olympic event if you replace Mitch with Lo Wang and parallel bars with enemies. The movement is incredibly slick. In fact, going back to other games, it takes a little bit to get accustomed to the lack of slickness that Shadow Warrior itself presents. In many games you can end up feeling like a burlap sack with a 1080p camera attached to it, just sliding and slipping across a land of marbles. But in Shadow Warrior, everything feels right. It's funny that a tap in the direction moves you the exact amount you would want for a sword fight. And it's surprising other games can't seem to get their distance right. It's great in this game, something that I noticed right away. When it comes to the main action, it's a New York bus simulator. Basically, run through levels, kill enemies, and collect upgrades for your skills, except all the action here is legal. Slicing and dicing enemies feels perfect, with hit locations that will send enemies into fruity blood piñatas. There's screams ending in choking chortles, as the more violent of gamers will enjoy creating some amazing enemy food dishes long after the enemy is actually dead. Dismemberment here is a kinetic affair, with body parts flying around like a Rambo movie, where the swords somehow have guns inside them and then shoot when you cut. It's crazy fun and right, and doesn't speak to my mental health. Amazingly, the game replaces block with attack, so you basically attack and sometimes block because you hit their weapon when you're trying to attack. It's awesome and speaks volumes to how you play the game. Oh, and there are guns in the game, but the main centerpiece is your katana and some magic. Your brother from another mother, your sister from another mister, your bro from another hoe, and your chum from another mum. The katana is where it is at as a solid companion of bloody anarchy. There's also a fairly large number of upgrades to weapons, skills, and magic, leading players to really feel like 2 playthroughs would be unique and different. The upgrades never made me question what they did, never made me hesitate once I bought one, and always felt visceral, even if sometimes the enemies wade through your attacks like you're wielding a fucking toothpick and a butane lighter. Amazingly enough, enough, there's no regenerating health, there is no puzzles to extend the gameplay, or very small ones, and there is no incredibly complex locations, because these things would get in the way of the next kill, and this is just straightforward action. A ton of hidden locations, a huge amount actually, some amazing upgrades and anarchy, and they've done away with some of the things that would just overall slow you down, though there is some backtracking here and there. There are so many secrets in the game that many times I didn't feel like I was backtracking, I felt like I was exploring. So what do you get? Shadow Warrior is distilled violence in a package that allows you to perform it without needing therapy. It's amazing, gratuitous, gorgeous, glorious gameplay. The game is also exactly how long I would expect it and want it to be. There's nothing artificial to slow you down. There's tons of enemies, tons of upgrades, a multitude of weapons, and none of it let down by even a single hitch in the engine. Well, aside from the blur filter and mirrors. Both of those do cause some issues on the PC. I rate games on a buy, wait for a sale, rent, or sharpen into a Ninja Star and dispatch your closest enemy rating scale. This is a buy. I mean, come the fuck on. Unless you aren't a fan of FPS-style games, this thing has it all. Slick level layout, appreciation for speed, amazing swordplay, and hefty content. Basically, it's fun, and there's lots of it. Same thing I tell my wife every time I try to get my Snicker snack on. So this is Carrick from Angry Centaur Gaming giving you the lowdown on Lo Wang's adventures. Thanks for listening. If you liked the video, hit like. If you didn't like it, hit dislike. And remember what Honorable Sensei Crimple Raisin once said, I never met a banana that didn't look a little like a dick. Peace out, bitches. Where do I go, Johnny? Where do I go? Alright. No. And there's just body parts everywhere. It's nasty. Shot in the heart. Okay, awesome. Aha! I'm the lamp killer. Bunny rabbit. Oh, damn. Gotta get some life. Boom. Bunny rabbit. Oh, son of a bitch. That, wow, it's cooked. Jesus. Parts of that rabbit are just separated from every other part of that rabbit. My sword will say goodbye to you. Haha. I wonder if they see the font, floating font in the air. That's a part of my attack. Oh, just body parts. Man, it is right out of Rambo 5. Where? Come here. What the hell? What was that all about? Dead. Oh, 2.5? Shit. Oh, okay. Dead. Whoa.